My name is Rick, and in the summer of 2020, at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, I bought an island packet sailboat on the San Francisco Bay. I have some experience on the water, but I'm pretty new to sailing. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Now, I live in a little town outside of Spokane, Washington, but I also have a sailboat on the San Francisco Bay. I like to get down there every 4 to 6 weeks. But you know, that's 4 to 6 weeks where I'm not down there. That's why I call the channel Marina Queen. These are low pressure hydraulic fittings, NPTF fittings, so National Pipe Thread Fuel. And I'm not sure what size the flange is, the flare on this. There's several different ones, like 37, 45, I don't know. I'm gonna take it to House of Hose or Fastenal and have them look at it. So what's gonna happen is, this is the fuel water separator that I'm gonna install. And it's gonna get bolted to the bulkhead, or with two bolts here. Here we have fuel in. This is dirty fuel in, fuel from the tank, right? And this is clean fuel out through the primary filter. It's still going to go through another filter, the filter that's on the engine. But this is the primary filter that gets rid of the water. Very, very important on a boat, on an inboard engine. It's important on all of them, but inboard, man, I mean, you only got that one engine, so it's got to work. These are NPTF threads as well. So what you can see is I'm going to be putting these in here like this, and they fit perfect, just like that. NPTF means I don't need to put putty or any kind of that wrap stuff that you do when you're doing normal low pressure plumbing at home. You don't need to do that here, right? You just crank it on till you get the way you want, and that's what we're going to do. It's going to look like this, out and coming in. Okay, so this is the assembly. This end here is a 1/4 inch NPTF fitting right here going into the Parker Racor, and then this is a 1/8 inch NPTF going into the electric lift pump, and then between the two of them we've got a 5/16 marine grade fuel hose, and we've got hydraulic fittings on each to ensure that we have good integrity and no air coming into this fuel hose. And this is the entire suction side of the fuel line on this boat is done with hydraulic line, so real reliable. Okay, let's head down to the engine room. So it's pretty tough to see here, but right here we've got the Parker Racor, and we've got the 1/4 inch NPTF fitting in here. I had this tape over this, so we'll take this out, just kind of covering up. You don't want to get stuff in there. And now it's just a matter of taking out this 1/8 inch fitting, most importantly not dropping it in the bilge, and then putting it in here. Isn't that funny? Sometimes you just have to be down there at the right. This is crazy. And then this one. There it is. Sometimes it just takes a moment, you know. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll tighten that up now. So now, what I want to do is just patiently bring this up to where, there we are, metal on metal there. And now, loosen, harden. Okay, and we don't need to go too much. I mean, you're already metal on metal, so that's fine. And I do want to see if this gives me enough leverage to go straight down. How about here? Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. I think that'll work. Okay, now I'm just going to take a rag to everything here. And then I'm going to start working on getting this ready. The new Racor. Cool. So as for food on the boat, you know, when I come here, it's like camping for me. It's like a getaway. It's like, I used to ride motorcycle all the time, and I sold my bike and I got the boat. And what I'm finding is when I spend time on the boat, it reminds me of that Spartan kind of rugged lifestyle. I think everyone finds something different out of the water and boats and sailing, if that's their thing. But for me, it satisfies that same kind of Harley thing. It's totally not like, I've got a couple of guys next to me, and they're in a Beneteau First 35, and they're racers, man. You know, I mean, I could get the boat underway or not. It'll still make me just as happy. So that's kind of cool. But as I was saying, I live Spartan on the boat, and I have distilled water. If you like distilled water, you know, then I don't have to explain why I have distilled water. But if you don't, you know, I understand. Why do you drink distilled water? Tastes good to me. So I have distilled water in there, and I have a bunch of these protein bars. And for the days that I'm on board, that's what I live on.